Low Hill Fire Station in Liverpool. It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
What is it? Press. And press. Both machines.
White Watch have received a 999 call reporting smoke coming from a house. Fires where lives could be at risk are given top priority. Both of Low Hill's engines will respond.
Guys? Yeah.
Gary Hollis is White Watch's senior officer.
Get to the dress, let's have your sets on.
Firefighters Brian Donnelly and John Graves put on breathing apparatus which will allow them to search even in the thickest smoke.
Whenever we get an address, we'll have to get the breathing apparatus sets on straight away because it saves time. We can be straight off the machine and in the house quicker. There might be someone in, there might be not, but we don't take a chance.
An infrared camera fitted to Brian's helmet will get us as close to the fire as the firefighters themselves.
There's people in the street, they've got something here.
This is it now. The girl upstairs. The girl upstairs.
What's it on, lads?
The girl is trapped on the first floor. Her only way out is down the stairs, which are on fire.
One woman, John.
The fire's soon out, but it's filled the house with smoke.
John?
Yeah?
There's another floor. There's 5 on one floor, there's 2 rooms on the floor above.
Get me a sledgehammer. I'm getting a sledgehammer, Gary.
Have a sledgy floor.
More people die from the effects of smoke than are killed by fire.
Push on it. Push on it. You got her? Yeah, got her. Come on, man.
All right, Phil, got it.
Okay. Come on.
You feel like just watch the stairs. Right, John.
Right, clear the way. Come on. We've got one coming out, Les. She's coming out.
Did you give your hand?
The ambulance up there.
Yes.
Is there any chance of anybody else in there? You know?
I don't know. Is there any chance of anyone else in? There's one person out. Now just watch that last step there. It's gone.
It was only me and the other.
Okay, out you go.
Cheers.
Is there only you in?
It's only the landing where I was in.
You're the only person who was in there.
Now there are about 5 rooms and there were girls in one more room.
So there may be someone else in?
There may be.
Okay.
The smoke's still very thick. Anyone else inside remains in danger.
I heard a shout when you were knocking the door in, didn't you?
What?
Did you hear a shout?
No.
I heard a shout when you were kicking the door in or
I'll
something.
take that one.
You've done all these, Kev?
It's all clear?
This is, yeah, but there's still 2 rooms upstairs.
Yeah, there's 2 up there.
Just breathe in normal.
Well,
Yeah, you can send a message for me, all persons accounted for, over.
A teenage boy who'd also been in the house escaped before White Watch arrived.
I just woke up and the house was on fire, that was it. I went to run down them stairs there, and like all the smoke was there, and knocked me back. Then I had to climb out of that window and just jump off.
No rubbish in there, no heaters, nothing. Okay, thanks.
Now everyone's out, the fire investigation can begin. 2 miles away, Red Watch are on an emergency call to another house.
Yeah, straight on, through the lights. And it's on the left, just through the lights. But I'm not sure which one. I'll return to check it up.
Firefighters Gavin Bassey and Alan Jones, nicknamed Kipper, will be first in if there's a fire.
Any idea which one, Gav?
You want me right or left?
Left.
let's walk, keep going.
This one, whatever.
That's it. This one. That's it. The smoke there, is it?
Check behind us there.
Why was she looking for?
The team spots smoke in a narrow alleyway behind some houses.
The middle of the road. It's about halfway up. I'm going up to have a quick look. Up here, in there, quick.
The nearest the fire engine can get is the other end of the alleyway. From the back of the house, it's impossible to tell if anyone's inside.
You're not going to get in there, Gal. You get the water on it.
Got water? Check the water first. Check the water, Kip. Full pressure! Gavin,
We'll get another reel. Has Gavin got in there? No. Get the front door open. All right, get a reel in the front. Out the way, Bobby! Out the way!
They need to find another way in to search the house. The fire's still not under control, but the second team have got in the front and are searching the ground floor.
As soon as you go upstairs, and check upstairs. Okay. Check the floor. Cover. Right behind you. All right, Kipper. I've just fell through the floor.
The ground floor's clear, but anyone upstairs is at risk from the smoke. The upstairs rooms are empty. It appears the house is being renovated.
Mind yourself.
The fire's destroyed one of the ground floor rooms.
It was a bit dodgy when we came in because the floor had gone through, you know. We're lucky it wasn't a big drop. Yeah. Because they tell you straight away, didn't they?
Yeah, but I was standing there, and then the floor just went underneath me. What the head, man?
No. I would think it's going to be arson or something like that, like, judging by it was like the back door was all smashed in. And
I had a word with the neighbour and he said we've had trouble with kids playing around here. But the doors of the roof saved it going anywhere else. You know, it burnt nearly to oblivion. You've only got smoke damage outside this room, so it's contained it pretty well.
White Watch are still trying to find out what caused the fire that could so easily have cost a life.
You had any trouble in the last few weeks?
Not really.
Somebody kicked the door in?
Yeah, we had that. The front door was kicked in.
Do you know anything about that? What happens
I've
over?
got a clue. There were fellas hanging around all the time, so...
There is?
They were, yeah, past weeks.
Do you talk to the other girls?
Not really, no.
Where are you going to go now?
I've got some friends living round the corner, so I'll give them a ring. Can I go and get some stuff now?
All the plastic's coming off the walls and stairway, so we're just going to clear that.
Okay.
Are you cold?
I'm okay.
Well, so you can sit in the back of the fire engine if you want, and I'll give you a shout.
No, it's alright, I can wait.
Sure. Do you want my jacket?
No, okay.
Do you want this jumper?
Do you have time to eat? I can do a phone call.
Have you got your dust devil? As soon as it's clear, I'll come out and find you, and you can go.
Yeah.
I'll be here.
You didn't have any idea that the place was on fire till someone was knocking on your door? Was it the fire brigade who were knocking on your door or someone else?
The fire brigade?
Yeah. Looking at where the fire started, in the entrance hallway, the only thing it could have been was malicious. Someone's deliberately set fire to it. There's no electrical equipment in the area, there's no gas, there's no flammables, no combustibles, no smoking materials.
There's obvious signs of forced entry. When we got here, the front door was wide open, and the fire was just on the staircase. The police do know history of people who've kicked the door in, so we're treating it as malicious fire.
You're looking after the place, are you?
Yeah.
So are they expecting something like this?
No.
Just watch this. If you keep over to the left-hand side.
Teresa, your friends are here now.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Gary's becoming suspicious about the boy's account of how he escaped the fire.
The young lad said he was in here
Right.
when he smelt the smoke. Went out, went to the staircase. So there was a fire at the bottom with smoke coming up. So he came in and got out the window. We actually lifted the blinds up
When you come in?
when we came in. There's no marks, nothing disturbed. We said we didn't think he went out that window. He said, no, I went out the kitchen window. So,
Is it a communal kitchen or is it
yes,
self-contained?
it's here. It's communal. He's obviously gone to the staircase there, seen the smoke, come back in. And bearing in mind, he knows there's a girl in there.
Right.
He hasn't woken her up. And he says that he's come in here and he's got out of that window. He's got no shoes on.
Yeah.
He's 20 feet from the ground. Those look like marks of our lads opening up to ventilate. There's no marks of anyone's feet, no hand marks. Nothing's been disturbed there. And if you move it,
The imprint of it,
Yeah.
Sugar is.
and he reckons he's shinned down the gas pipe. You can have a look at them out.
You can't even see the gas
No,
pipe from here.
the top of our fire engine's about 11 foot from the ground. So we're probably 17, 20 feet.
You'd have to get your head right through that window before you can actually see
Yeah,
there's a gas pipe.
and I
there.
think I would suggest that you would leave hand marks at least around the window.
Gary's done all he can. Now it's up to the police to investigate further. 4 days later, White Watch are back on duty.
Oh, who is it?
Just 4-2, railway embankments.
Just 4-2.
Just 4-2.
Just 4-2.
All the work, half the money.
I'm done in half the time.
Go away, so.
Gary's sub-officer, Billy Walsh, is in charge of the second of Low Hill's 2 engines. Firefighter Paul Hitchin realizes he's been there before.
It's a railway embankment. It's had to throw a lot of rubbish down there.
Low Hill's second engine, the pump as it's known, can be called out as often as 15 times in any one shift.
We call it the busy bus because virtually every call that comes in for the station, this machine goes out to. Just see the smoke as you come round there. We can't get three flames anyway because there's loads of smoke.
It looks like it's in the tunnel now.
Right in the corner.
The fire's at the bottom of the embankment. There's no way down from here.
We'll have to go round, lad.
It's exactly the place that I said it'd be. It's like a dead end, Les, the road that you go up. Yeah, it might be this. You go right up to the end. There's a hydrant on the other side as well.
Yeah, this is it.
This is it.
The disused railways become a dumping ground.
See all the cylinders at the bottom? Actually frighten the life out of me, them things. They are literally a bomb when they're heated. Absolutely deadly. What's buried underneath, God only knows.
The fire's been burning for some time. Old aerosols and canisters which can explode when heated are also buried amongst the rubbish.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, lads, yeah. Get two going, otherwise we're going to be here all day.
The rubbish is at least 15 foot deep, and it all appears to be smouldering.
That hydrant's rubbish, you know. We're only getting a trickle through, Bill.
We're not going to have enough water for two.
Uh-oh. There's Billy with the forks and shovels. The worst sight possible.
To get at the fire underneath, the rubbish has to be dug out, and it seems to be burning inside the tunnel as well.
We're going to have to get in and work it all for.
Back at the station, Gary's dealing with a different kind of emergency.
I've never, ever had my wedding ring off.
Is it sore at all?
Yeah, my finger is. But, as I say, it's 37 years. I'm giving my age away now. I've put washing up liquid on, I've put grease. I've done everything, and it's not working. And I was a bit sentimental, thinking, oh, gosh, I've got to get it cut off.
Well, you don't want it damaged, do you?
Oh, no.
OK, I'll just grab the ring cutter. Nip the end of your... I can just nip the end of your finger off with this, and then it'll just drop off. And your ring won't be damaged then.
Oh, my goodness me, oh, don't. This is dreadful, this. I don't believe this. You're having me on, I'm sure.
We're just going into the tunnel now, so just getting a couple of torches. Go in and see what's happening in there.
So, down you go.
See you in a minute.
Don't forget your abseiling technique, but
Oh, yeah.
White Watch aren't sure whether there are gas cylinders in the confined space inside the tunnel.
Paul, you still over there?
Hey, coming down. OK, we're over to your left. Cylinders everywhere here.
look, another one. Another unexploded bomb.
If they do explode, it would devastate. We wouldn't survive in this particular area we're standing now if one of these went.
It's all right, that now.
Put that on me. Billy by moonlight.
Yeah, Billy by moonlight.
Billy by moonlight.
Let's get back. We've done as much as we can here.
The fire's out, but they still have to get their equipment and themselves back up to the top.
Billy abseiling?
For the average fellow, it's probably very difficult. For me, it's not a problem.
As Billy gets back to the station, Gary's still dealing with his emergency.
This will just slide underneath. This is a genuine
Don't cut my finger, will it?
No, there's a piece of
protection, that's all.
Yeah. That is typical, isn't it? You just hold that there. Just one moment.
Who is it?
To you, Bill, just 4-2.
Just 4-2, the busy crew.
Don't know what it is, but I'm not going.
I'm really apprehensive about getting it cut off plus at the end of the day.
Just favour, Dave. That's the other one. Yeah. Your ring will be all right. Your finger will drop off. Okay. Oh, come on now. That's cheap, one.
Look at that. 37 years this year. So that means another 200 now for a new ring. Don't you reckon?
£200 for the ring. It's £197 per hour.
I've already made inquiries.
You think I'm joking?
Oh,
Got your glasses. Read the top line. What's it say?
Admin, he said it won't cost you nothing. You're not a bit sympathetic. You're trying to charge me money, and there's me all sentimental getting my ring off.
I put it off for you, didn't I?
About Central 4-2 in attendance, over.
Billy's 999 call turns out to be a car fire. The fire's in the engine, but it could quickly spread through the wiring to the rest of the car.
Right in this towards the door.
That's it. Mind it doesn't flash, Kev. Get a crowbar, Kev. Can you come round? Have we got that bonnet up yet? No.
The fire's out, but the car's owner has had a narrow escape.
No, I was just driving around the corner and the smoke started billowing out. Oh gosh, am I going to get in trouble for this?
No.
I thought it was going to explode, that's what was really frightening me.
Be all right with a bit of paint, won't it? You know, not a problem. Are you in the AA? Or the RAC?
No, it's really silly, but a lot of my work stuff's in there because I'm a psychologist, so I was more worried about that. I wanted to go back and get it out, but thank God I got out of it, you know. I think I'm just going to sit down and have a cup of tea now. Forget about work. I need a psychologist myself now. Oh well, I'm sick of that car anyway, so I have to get a new one now.
OK, fellas, we'll get away now.
Thanks a lot.
As Billy finishes with the car, he hears over the radio that Gary's been called to another fire.
Central 4-1, this is person reported. Call received from the occupant, so that he was trapped inside the premises, kitchen fire over.
The call's what's known as a person's reported, the most serious type of fire, where people are trapped inside a building.
Central 4-1 has just responded to a person's reported in our area. Are you going to give us it?
Central 3 Bravo over. 3 Bravo,
We could be just round the corner from where it is, and we don't know where it is.
Responding to persons reported 232 Pendine Close.
We've got to go, haven't we?
Mobile, go ahead over.
We're going to go or not?
The fire's in a block of flats. Billy's team are just around the corner.
You can see the flames on about the 6th or the 7th floor, Bill.
Oh yeah, you see it now, it's really going well.
You can see the flames now.
Asthmatic up there on the
8th floor,
get a mask.
Paramedic. We've got 8th floor, please. Floor, yeah. Asthmatic up there.
The fire's in a flat on the 7th floor. A man still trapped inside. The block's security camera shows Gary's team are already on their way up in the lift.
When you get up there, okay?
As Gary's team arrive on the 7th floor, they hit a wall of smoke. They have to start their search without water to attack the fire. Pumping it up the block's internal piping system, the dry riser, will take time.
Oh, is it that one next door, the one bedroom?
I'm not sure which one it is.
They've found the man, but the smoke's so intense he's unconscious.
Yeah.
You got the water coming through? Yeah, you got it now. Nothing through here yet? Okay.
Water reaches the 7th floor as the man's taken out of the building.
You just hang on, there's someone on the 7th floor, an asthmatic. They're trying to get him down there.
That's the same one, he reckons there's another one on the 7th floor.
You can see it on the camera.
The man's not the only one who's been affected by the fire.
Where we go on the 8th floor, boss?
5th.
Molly?
5th. This staircase, this side, they're bringing it down.
Gary's team is still fighting the fire in the flat. The valve connecting the block's internal pipe to the hose reel has blown off. Water being pumped at pressure from the ground floor is now flooding the 7th floor landing. Crews on the ground must now shut the water off, but the flat's still on fire.
Any buckets about?
Get some of the water and fucking throw it on it.
Water from the landing has to be scooped up in buckets and used to put the fire out.
Give it another bucket.
10 minutes later, the fire's out. It's destroyed the flat. The burst riser has caused further damage.
We're on the ground floor waiting for the lift. We've got some storage equipment ready now.
There's only one lift. If it won't come up, tell them to get up the stairs because I want them up here. When we did get the dry rising main, which we used to fight the fire, full of water, you can see the landing valve is actually blown straight off and shattered on the floor.
If there'd been somebody standing in front of that when it went, we'd have had a fireman injured, animals severely injured.
The fire started in the kitchen. Food had been left on the cooker.
We can't just leave this like this, even though it's uninhabitable. We've got to dig everything out just to make sure that there's nothing still on fire. And with there being nowhere for it to go, it can't go over the side with it being on the 6th or 7th floor. It's all got to go back out and down in the lifts.
Just before there's a lot of water coming down that lift shaft over.
Yeah, I don't know, we're putting it down.
Cleaning up's going to be a long job.
We've got to catch the cup of tea off the community centre.
When the lift crew come, you're going to need some light gear up here.
Received of it.
Now, can everyone leave me alone for a minute? I want to see you. Gary Hollis/Williams, over. Drop dead.
I better give me one of them. See that on the rush way. Marvellous. Marvellous. It's cold. Send the boys to a man's job and get cold tea.
Down the road, Red Watch are back on duty. On this shift, Gavin's teamed up with firefighter Phil Roberts.
Oh, it said shed. I know it said shed on balcony. What is it we're going?
We're going to a shed on a balcony, which is a strange description.
What is it, a balcony on a shed?
Maybe it's a balcony on a shed, yeah. So we don't know what we're going to get. But we've been there before to a false alarm, so it's likely to be a false alarm, we think. But then again, it could be the big one. Who's that, Darrow? Oh, P-head again.
Yeah, I do remember this, Alan. Yeah.
Here somewhere, isn't it? These flat things.
I'm going, I think. Third minute.
Haven't spotted anything yet.
See any numbers?
Go ahead.
Muskie, going up. Who's there?
Come on over.
They're bright, aren't they?
Price with his lights on full.
Red Watch's first machine, known as the ladder, has arrived before them.
What's your main beam down there? Turn your lights.
85B. What number is this? What number's yours here?
We're 87.
87. It's this here, it's this block. 85B we've got. O's real.
Real. It's the same block we had last time.
It is.
Smell it.
Have you got water?
Tell him to open the tank. The tank's shut on the ladder.
Tell them to open the tank.
Bobby's doing it.
The fire is in a cupboard on the landing in between the front doors of the flats.
The pump is not giving us water.
It doesn't when the tank's shut.
Nothing's worse.
Although the fire's small, whatever's burning is giving off large amounts of noxious fumes.
One of them's asthmatic.
I know which one. Oh, Bobby took out the oxygen for someone.
For some air.
Do you want some oxygen left?
The woman in the flat next to the fire has asthma. The smoke must be kept out of her home. It looks as though the fire has been started by children.
Not hanging round in there.
Oh, that's nasty, that.
Isn't it?
That's twice we've been here now, isn't it? You're shaking, are you?
The only way to clear the smoke quickly is to blow large amounts of air in.
God, I'm powerful. You all right now, are you?
Ah. Oh, give it another go.
We're going to clear the cupboard out for you, because there shouldn't be anything in that. If it's kept empty, there's nothing for them to torch, is there?
Oh. That was horrible smoke, Alan. Wasn't it? Oh, was you? Sorry, whoever that was. Got Clifford on the head. I actually didn't know you were there, I'll be honest.
Didn't lie.
No, I didn't. I didn't want to chair if I'd have known. Right, that'll do. Are you going down the stairs with it? Treat them hard. Treat them rough. They love it.
The fire was out in minutes. Clearing the smoke has taken much longer.
Just another day.
The fumes were horrible, really nasty. The couch was filthy, but it was the mattress. It was an old horsehair mattress with about 30,000 million years of urine content. We've been there a couple of times to that flat, or thereabouts. Don't know what it is. The locals store all their junk in an owl cupboard. The kids come along and torch it, and we come along and put it out and throw it out. Then they come along and put it back in again and torch it again. We love it. It's great, but it makes an awful mess of me hair.
Back at the tower block, the casualty has been treated for smoke inhalation, the clean-up operations completed, and Gary's crew are on their way home.
Come on, lads, let's go.
See you back at the ranch.
Anyone got blocks with the pedals here? Left hand, reach them.
The fire in the house being renovated was caused by furniture which had been deliberately set alight. The arsonists were never found. No evidence was found to link the teenage boy with the fire at the shared house. The inconsistencies in his account were put down to confusion caused by the fire. Psychologist Catherine Scave's car was a write-off. She bought another one, but 2 weeks later, it was also damaged when someone put a brick through the window.